Good morning, everybody. We are going up to the dealership. We got an order that came through for Damien. He got some seed and a couple other things up here at the dealership, so we got a call, come up here and get them all loaded up with the seed and everything. They got a new tractor up here with a front loader on it, I believe, for us to be able to load it all up. We got our gooseneck on the back because we got seed waiting up here for us as well. Time has come to where we're going to be able to plant our field with our corn. That's what we're going to try to get done, but as you can see, the dealership's up there. I'm going to go ahead and get up here, get everything set up and ready to go, get the dealership open, just in case somebody else needs seed or needs tractor or planter or whatever, and wait for Damien to come get a seed.
And how are things going, Cole?
Oh, what's up, Damien? Everything's going good, man. Just loading up my seed that I ordered. I believe your seed came in today as well, too. It should be, I think
Awesome.
it's around behind the shop over there if you want to go take a look to make sure it's the right stuff that you got.
Yeah, let me go take a look real quick. I'll let you finish loading up your stuff so that way I don't get in the way.
Alrighty, sounds good. Looks like Damien backing his truck up over there to where we can go load a seed up and his fertilizer pallet for him. The old farm all started. Let me see if he wants to put the seed on there first or the planter.
Is this far enough out of the way? You gonna be able to get in there and get my seed pulled out?
Oh yeah, for sure. Do you want your seed loaded up
I-
first? Or do you want your planter loaded up first?
Well, I was gonna look for your opinion on that one too. I'm thinking I should probably put the seed and the fertilizer up front, and then just put the planter on the back end here, so that way I can just pull it off right away, so I don't have to worry about offloading everything.
Oh yeah.
Because I might just keep the seed on the trailer until I get it all offloaded in the planter, because otherwise I'm gonna be stabbing into my seed and my fertilizer with my grapple forks with my tractor back home. I don't have pallet forks.
Okay, yeah, nope, that actually makes a good idea right there for me to load all that up, because then I won't be battling around the planter, and then once we get all that loaded up, we can hook the planter up to the farm wall here, and we can get it loaded up on your trailer, especially with it having 3 axles back here, so you have more support back in the back than you will the front of the trailer.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of an overhang, but it's no big deal. It was probably about 2 foot or so sticking on the other side of the trailer. Kind of what I was guesstimating. I'm not real 100% sure. I kind of used the old the arm method, stretch my arms out, kind of guess where my trailer was, where the planter would be sitting.
Right. No, I'd say about maybe 1.5 to 2 feet overhang. Yeah, I'd say about 2 feet, give or take, a couple of measurements. Hey, as long as it gets down to the farm, it'll work out. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get this loaded up for you. I will just say that I don't have a
skid
fork
loader, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll work though. What the heck's a skid loader? Never seen one of them things before.
Oh, they got a couple of them around.
Oh, do they? Okay. Yeah, I've never seen a skid loader in my life.
It's because you're so old-fashioned. They just came out probably the last 3 years ago, so.
Ah, that's why. Okay. Well, come on, old farm-all. Get in there. There you go. Atta girl. Alright. Try not to knock anything off the pallet forks here. Oh, perfect. Look at that.
If you could put this thing like smack dab in the middle of the trailer about where I'm standing, I think would be perfect.
Alrighty. I can do that. Who says you need a license to operate one of these things?
Maybe,
See?
maybe you need one because you just hit the trailer, but you'll be alright. You'll be alright.
Overshot it. I didn't calculate the height enough. How's that looking up there for you?
Right
about there? Alright, perfect. Make sure this thing is set down. There you go. That's one pallet.
Yeah, you're already better than 85% of the population out here. Let me get this strapped down.
But I'm gonna finish getting this loaded up for Damien here, where he can get back to his farm and get to planting, because I got the same thing to do at mine. Alright, so we got Damien all loaded up with his seed and fertilizer pallet. We got all our seed loaded up on our gooseneck. We didn't buy any liquid fertilizer because we don't have a planter that takes liquid fertilizer. I don't even think it takes solid fertilizer. So what I'm going to do is I got the dealership all locked up tight. Nobody else needed anything right now. Just me and Damien. Damien is already probably working on his field, planting them in corn. I think he said he only has like 80 acres to plant right now. We have a couple of fields that we got to get planted. I know I want to do one in soybean, but the other probably 2 are going to be corn maybe. I haven't figured that out yet. We'll get down there and we'll survey the land and find out. But I'm going to get back down here to the farm, get the Alice hooked up to the planter, or even the John Deere hooked up to the planter. I don't know which one I want to use yet. And we're going to get some seed put in the ground, and we're going to get some corn growing. Alright, so we just got back to the farm here. We got the John Deere pulled out of the shed. We're going to go and get the Case Cyclone planter hooked up to it, where we can get to plant our fields with corn. I just got to get the barn open here and get our beautiful Case Cyclone planter hooked up. Looking good so far. Looking good. Okay, we're almost there. Alright, now we gotta get out, put in the pin, hook up the hydraulic lines. Alright, that goes there. Drop that in there. Alright. Thinking this field closest to us right here by our grain bins, and the one behind it we're gonna plant in corn. Possibly the other 2 we're gonna do in soybeans. Planter filled up here real quick. Alright, so we went ahead and went into this field right here. So with planting with corn, it's fertilizing. We had to run back down to the shop to get fertilizer, which is all in the planter. I'm gonna say our rows are good. Looks like it's planting at a depth about 1.5 to 2 inches. I wouldn't know. With this being my first farm, I'm gonna have to ask Damien, because I know he's probably been farming for a little while. So we're gonna go ahead and jump back into the old John Deere here with the Case Cyclone. Keep going. I'm really looking forward to seeing how well this build will turn out, seeing we don't know what we're doing. And I've seen people play that farm sim game and they've talked about it, and then I've seen people, you know, throughout the town, you know, doing everything, and I've talked to a couple of local farmers. I never asked how deep the seed has to go and how much nitrogen you need to lay down or solid fertilizer and what your pH values have to be at, but we're rocking and rolling here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this knocked out and see what the rest of the day brings us. Alright, so we were getting ready to head up to the dealership to get our solid fertilizer. Damien just called me over the CB and asked me if I'd come down and help him. He got himself in a bit of a predicament. I think he said something about getting stuck in the mud in his field or whatnot. Like, I didn't have that problem on my field over here that we just planted in corn. I'm wondering if this part over here of the county didn't get as much rain as he did. I mean, it felt a little squishy on my end. Also, at the same time, it didn't. So I'm gonna drive down here to Damien's farm and give him a hand to try to get him out of this big mud pocket I guess he's in. I'm gonna get down here. Alright, well, we're pulling up to Damien's farm here. I don't know which field he's in. He didn't exactly tell me which field he's in. Let me see if he's on a CB. Damien, you got me on the CB, man?
Yeah, I hear you. you.
Which field are you in by chance?
I'm in the field with the green/brown John Deere tractor sitting down in the bottom of the valley.
Oh, okay, yep. Okay, yeah, I see your planter over there. I'm gonna just go around these this dead end down here. Hopefully I don't get my 4440 tipped over in this little ditch.
Hey, just be careful you don't get too close to this mud. I don't want 2 tractors stuck down here.
Oh yeah, that'd be a shame if we got 2 tractors stuck. Alright, so we're just gonna go around this little field right here and try to get to Mr. Damien. I see him down in there. I'm wondering how he managed. This man, I'm telling you, help him out, get him some new equipment for his farm, and he goes and gets it stuff. Oh my goodness, this is about to be a fun one. All right, everybody, we have got to make a little bit of fun of. Not too much. I don't want to hurt his pride or anything. Not the 50-20.
You know, maybe it's probably because I don't have a nice 4-wheel drive like you do. Okay, I thought, you know, that I was gonna completely miss the mud, but you can come down here and you can kind of see where the planter just started slipping its way into the mud right here where the row slid over. Like
yeah.
I don't even know if my row units are good anymore. It slid over, the planter hooked into the mud, and then the rest of the tractor just went. It just like was a domino effect, just slid all the way in. And I figured, you know, I could try to like power through it. I went forward a little bit, and then it just sunk. I'm up above the rims on the front. I'm up to the bead on my wheels here on the back. It's just not looking good. Okay.
I
don't know.
have one question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
Didn't your grandfather ever teach you to drive a piece of equipment out on the field to make sure everything's good to go before you decide to go plant and get yourself stuck in some mud?
Well, okay, all right. You see here, I did, you know, the outside loop, and everything was fine. I even planted the field that was up here, and everything was looking okay. And you know what? It was just a series of unfortunate events. I even said something about how it rained earlier. And I was thinking to myself, you know, it should be fine. You know, it's low enough down in the valley down here. I thought I'd be okay, but obviously not.
You got yourself in a bit of a predicament here, my friend.
That's why you got a 4-wheel drive tractor, right?
Yeah, that's why I got a 4-wheel drive tractor. But let's see if we can't get this bad boy out of here. Oh, goodness. I'm getting out of there. Now I have to go home and clean my pants and my boots. And you're lucky I like you, Damien. You're lucky I like you.
You think you look bad? Look at me. I had to traipse through this stuff. I don't even care no more. I'll just walk through it.
Yeah, well, alright, let's get this thing hooked up and try to get it pulled out of here. Alright, so we got both of our fields planted with corn. The other 2, when I bought the farm, were planted with what appeared to be soybeans, so we won't have to plant any soybeans this year. The harvest probably won't be very good off those, so we'll more than likely sell one field straight off, keep the other just in case we need some extra money. But the field up here in front of us, after we pulled Damien out of his big mud pit back there in his field, he came down and helped us plant our corn in this field, so big thank you to Damien for that. Even though we pulled him out of his field, if he needs any help planting or whatever, we'll go down there and we'll help him plant some of his field since he did help us. The good news is his planter's running right, everything's going good on it, even though it was caked with mud. He won't have to replace any parts in it as far as I know, or the 50-20. I'm gonna go sell these bales back here on this trailer behind the big cold storage shed, get those sold off for some extra income, bring everything back to the farm, get everything put up. We got the 4440 in the case, planter all washed up and ready to be stored away. I'm gonna get all that done and we'll see what the next day on the farm brings us.